going to go into some more details on the mouth, on the eyes for now, so I don't have my eyeballs staring at me. I'm going to turn this color block off. I'm going to actually call it eye color because that makes a lot more sense when I need to find it again. Okay. I'm going to start a new layer, mouth color. I'm going to zoom into the mouth. And I'm going to do my lips and my teeth as 3 different shapes. Everything else is locked. So I'm going to get in here, teeth, this is going to be a real rough shape, and I'm okay with that. So that would be the color if I chose from my photo. That's weird. So I'm going to choose white. Obviously, it's the color I would love for my teeth to be. All right. So we're going to leave that. Notice I'm not making little gum teeth shapes. I'm just doing a base of my teeth. Okay, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start the lips. And I am going to hug this line that I've already done. I'm going to use Option to pull that up. I'm taking my time. Notice how slow I'm going. I'm not going click, 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 click. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when creating that top. Less points is better. It's easier when editing. Okay, and because it's white, I can very quickly see that I just need to go ahead and fix just a little bit in here. Great. Same down at the bottom. Option to flip it. Alright, so now I have a basic shape. Let's go fix that before we move on. Okay. I'm going to grab a color for my lips. This is going to be really strange. There's a lot of blue in this photograph because of where I took the photo, but unselect. We're going to at least start with that as a base. So it's purple because my lips are more red. There's blue in it. It's giving a sheen of purple. So I'm going to push this up more into the red tones and even grab more of a red tone. And that still looks pretty pink. We're going to get much more to the red tone. There. Notice it's way less purple now. Great. I'm going to save this because I want to be able to reuse it. Sorry you can't see that rollout window which pops out of my screen. Lip space. Now what I can do is grab both of these lips and pop that color onto them. And I've got my teeth, and that's a little funny, so we're gonna move this out, and we may have to put some shade into there because that is strange looking. Very strange looking. Be a fine line. We're gonna have to see how it looks when we get everything on there, but I am now gonna move into the eyes. So I'm gonna lock this layer. It's there if I need it. And next I'm gonna get into like the eyebrows. Pencil, line, basic shape of the brows. Fix this guy, he's got two turned. And then I'm going to do the same on this one. I'm going to fix what looks a little funny there. And this is rapid. I'm not duplicating because, again, my face is turned, right? So it's not an exact duplicate. Okay, there's some of the brown. Now, let's grab some color. Let's get it a little bit more brown than red. We'll save this as a new swatch for brows. And take off our outline. Now we have some brows in there. I'm going to show you how to make those look even more natural later. Another thing, I want to get into the crease of my eye. I think that's important in setting the socket of the eye as well as the eyelashes. I've got brows and they look really light compared to what's on the screen, so I can always go change that. But here's my bright eyeballs. Lock. We're going to call this eye details. And I'm going to come in and create this crease that everyone has in their eye. This is not my eyelashes. This is just the crease. I want it to be this same color. And then I want to give it this profile because I like that profile. Okay, let's dive over to this one. And it's really hard to see. So again, you know, don't be afraid to have a mirror out. It's going to help you immensely when creating a really nice portrait that you can use for all kinds of branding and portfolio material. Okay. There we go. And I also want to add in some eyelashes. Now, some people like to go lash by lash by lash by lash by lash, and I do think that looks kind of nice. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Some do a big shape. You know, if you're a man and you have really fair eyelashes, maybe you don't show very much at all. So this is coming into, you know, you're going to have to figure out your own style. So let me show you how I would do it. I'm actually going to make a new layer because I want to be able to not mess with this line. And what I would probably do is grab that line and pop him back into some of the facial details when I was cleaning up my layers. So I know my lashes kind of go in this direction, but they don't spray out like a sun. They dive down. So sometimes I like to start with kind of the center, and it's going to be an angle, and then you're going to make believe what you think kind of it is, because I can't really see. Again, I like to go into here. It just gives me a really fine edge, which I like. Then I can do my kind of last one. This is where it gets so much more fun. I'm just going to keep doing these, and then I'll show you what you can do. you want them to all be a little different. So be careful about copying and pasting them. That is going to look weird eventually. Now these are going to start to curve this way. And they're much smaller. So now I've at least got some basic ones. I'm going to go fill in some more. And this may take just a little bit, but it's important. At some point, the lashes do start to look like they're going straight-ish, just because of the way lashes go. Notice I'm trying to give them some variation. And not be identical. Okay, that looks good. And because I have everything else locked, I can grab this. I can change that. I can also then beef up my stroke. Now, that's going to end up looking strange. Let's go show my head. Now, you can already see how much shape this is taking. Just adding in an eyebrow and these lashes. But they look really strange with how thick they are. So let's go back, turn the stroke down, and let's manipulate the thickness to get them to be a little thicker at my lash line. I love this tool. Illustrator has not always had this tool. It's a great addition with the tool. So you can come in and ladies, we can really thicken up our lashes, which is fun. You gotta be careful. You know, you can see where I grabbed this first one. It was kind of strange. So I'm gonna take him back down to a nice fine tip. I'm actually gonna move that down just a hair breadth because I want him to dive into that line. And then I'm going to fatten him up just a little bit further away. It's like a woman's dream come true. So men obviously wouldn't need this as much, but you would have some lashes. If you had no lashes on a self-portrait at all and did not acknowledge your lashes in any kind of way, it would look odd. Okay, and then a few of these I'm just going to grab and give them a thinner look so that now my lashes have a lot more variation. Okay, this is where it starts getting more fun. So I'm going to open up this facial details layer. I want to move this lash detail over into it because that's bugging me. I'm going to grab it for both of them. Grab, grab. I'm going to Command X. I'm going to go over to facial details. And I'm going to Command Shift V. Pops it right into place. Great. Now this layer is blank. Delete him. Always clean up your layers as you're going. It's just a much better practice. Okay, so this now gets really fun, and we can use this as well to give our eyes even more definition. It also, look how nice it gives so much variation in those lashes. different lengths, different thickness. They even kind of look like they're attaching, which is so fun and more realistic. Be careful. See how I can mess up a thickness if there's another point for it close by? Just be really careful when you're doing some of these. Such a better looking lash. It's painful looking at my eye there for a little bit. You know, women, we love our lashes to look nice and thick. So I'm obsessed with the way that looks. I'm going to also show you how to go in. I'm going to lock. You would have to do that on the other side. I'm going to show you, though, how to go in and with the brows and make a much more natural look. So I do have this color saved, right? We called it our brows. I want to go in now and I want to add a gradient. And I'm going to show you what that's going to do. Oops. Oh, the reason that my gradient's not applying is because my stroke is in front. I need to make sure that my fill is in front. Then I can add a gradient. Okay, so why this is so fun, now go over to your gradient panel. You can always move this guy if that drives you nuts the way he looks. I want this to be my main brow color. I also want this to be my main brow color. So why, you might ask, would I not just leave him filled? Because now I can turn down the opacity a little bit as it's closer to where it would kind of fade out. So as you can see, you can get such a better looking eye. So for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over on this eye, and then we'll come back for the next lesson.